Representative Tyler, Representative Keefe, and members of the State Administration and Regulatory Oversight Committee. My name is Deanza Cook, and I am a newly minted professor of history and proud resident of Dorchester. I am testifying today in support of the Jail and Prison Construction Moratorium Bill, S. 1979, because incarcerated women and girls deserve far more than failed prison reforms from the past. I received my doctorate in history from Harvard University this past May, and my research specializes in the evolution of policing, prisons, and punishment practices right here in Boston, but also in other cities across America. As a historian, I care deeply about incarcerated women, girls, and community residents directly affected by the criminal legal system here in Boston and throughout the country, which is why I urge the committee to acknowledge this bill favorably and work faithfully to pass the prison moratorium into law as soon as possible. I am testifying today in honor of my incarcerated loved ones who continually fight the good fight to restore their constitutional rights, emancipate themselves, and transform historical harms into generational healing, not only for themselves, but for their families and their communities. As a devoted comrade to Families for Justice's Healing, the Democracy Behind Bars Coalition, and the African American Coalition Committee at MCI Norfolk, I have witnessed the awesome power of currently and formerly incarcerated leaders from Boston who have successfully birthed holistic and transformational programs for the extraordinary benefit of incarcerated people across the Commonwealth. I oppose the new Women's Prison Project because history teaches us that prisons produce more harm than healing overall, especially for the most oppressed people among us. History challenges us to embrace more equitable pathways for achieving justice, such as releasing women and girls into the community, implementing promising alternatives to incarceration, and investing meaningfully in what women, girls, and their community need to blossom and thrive in Boston and beyond. A $50 million prison is not an honorable or worthwhile investment, especially given that hundreds of grassroots groups, uniquely designed and led by people intimately involved in the criminal legal system, still languish without sustainable funding and financial support each year. Above all, passing the jail and prison moratorium is important and historically significant for all of us because, as we've heard, Massachusetts matters when it comes to setting the horizon of what's possible for criminal justice reform nationwide. What happens here, in truth, affects millions of incarcerated people everywhere. So today, Massachusetts can make history once again by affirming the ingenuity and wisdom of directly affected people who suffer most from mass criminalization. This is why I urge you to please report the prison moratorium bill out of committee with a favorable vote, because I can assure you that historians are paying attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much for testifying. I think we are down to almost the end. Okay, we have, I believe it's Chris I. Jefferson Taylor? No. Willa Pendler?